Welcome to this week's Brightspeed Little League Game of the Week. Brought to you on WHIG TV by Brightspeed. Don't settle for slow and unreliable. Switch to Brightspeed. www.brightspeed.com/lovefiber. Don Bullock Chevrolet, 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Doing it the better way. Golden Corral, 921 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Come and dine in our newly remodeled restaurant. Primary Care Urgent Care, 107A Nashville Drive, Nashville. We do sports physicals. Rocky Mount Radiator, 550 South Wesleyan Boulevard. Your cooling systems specialist.
Hello and welcome to the Rocky Mount Sports Complex for tonight's Brightspeed Game of the Week here in the Little League games. Tonight's going to feature Tharrington Auto versus Chamblis and Rabbil. Ought to be a great game. The weather's perfect. The players are about to take the field, so we'll be right back with the opening pitch. All right, here we go, folks. On the mound for Chamblis and Rabbil is Dunn Menard, and at the plate is going to be number 4, the shortstop for Tharrington, Ramsey Bruto. And here comes the first pitch of the game. Down low for ball 1. This Chamblis and Rabbil team has won the city championship 2 years in a row. So we'll see if they can three-peat this year. The pitch on the way. Fouled off. Back to the backstop. 1-1 count. And the pitch. Nice off-speed pitch. Attempted bunt at it. It's going to be a strike. 1-2 the count to Ramsey Bruto to lead off this game for Tharrington Auto Works. They're in the green uniforms. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Catcher's going to have to throw down to first to record the out. He does so successfully. 1 out here in the top of the first. That's going to bring up number 1, Luke Barwick, who's going to be pitching tonight for Tharrington.
He's in the way. He's in the way.
Then Menard looks in for the sign. The pitch. Down low for ball 1. Pitch is down low again for ball 2. 2-0 the count. And the pitch. Right in there for a strike. 2-1 count. Beautiful night here at the complex. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 the count. It's a perfect night. Robbie's on camera tonight, so we've got the very sophisticated equipment. Swing and miss for strike 3. 2 straight strikeouts for Dunn as he starts this game on the mound. That brings up the big hitter, though, number 7, Henry Lee, who's the catcher for Tharrington. Pitch down low, ball. 3 straight batters that have started with a ball 1 count, but the first 2 have struck out. Nice off-speed pitch there. Swing and a miss. Ball inside. 2-1 the count. And the pitch. Here's a ground ball to third base. It's gonna be safe at first. Ball gets away. So Henry Lee reaches. 2 outs in the inning, though. Batter now is going to be number 5, the first baseman, Graham Bellamy. Graham looks like a power hitter. Pitches down low, go away from the catcher, so down goes to second. Henry Lee. Runner in scoring position now if Graham can get a base hit here. 2 outs in the inning, top of the first. Gonna get a courtesy runner here for the catcher, Henry Lee. He trots off, and out will come a courtesy runner, which should be number 6, Connor Minshew. Pitch on the way, ground ball, here to third base again. Picked up nicely, throw to first, off the first baseman's mitt, goes to the fence. So the runner goes to second on the ball getting away from the first baseman's mitt. That'll put runners at second and third for Tharrington. Transferred Bryson Browder, the third baseman, number 11, coming to the plate to drive in the first runs of the game. Pitch on the way. Pop up behind the plate, out of play for strike one. The courtesy runner is actually, looks like it's Luke Barwick instead, number 1. I thought it would be someone coming off the bench, but it sounds like teams can use whoever they want for courtesy runner. Pitch on the way, down low. Bryson Browder at the plate. The pitch is a solid shot to center field, base hit. A 2-run single for Bryson Browder, drives in the first 2 runs of the game, and Tharrington takes a 2-0 lead here. We're in the top of the first. Brian Parker, number 8, the center fielder, comes to the plate. So the 2 miscues in the field for Chamblis and Rabbil hurt, as both those runners that reached are able to score on the solid single to center field. Done with the pitch. Swing and a miss. One the count, 2 outs, top of the first. The pitch. Strike 3. Caught looking. That ends the inning, but not before Tharrington plates 2 runs to take a 2-0 lead as we move to the bottom of the first. And our game of the week, major sponsor, Brightspeed, for all our games of the week. In addition, we have the sponsors, game sponsors, Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing it the better way. Golden Corral, with one of the best remodeled restaurants in the area and a fantastic buffet. Primary Care, Urgent Care of Nashville. They do the sports physicals. And Rocky Mount Radiator, their cooling systems specialist here in town. New sponsors, Nissan of Rocky Mount on Wesleyan Boulevard, and Pizza Inn on Hunter Hill, voted the best buffet in town. Brightspeed is our major sponsor. They don't settle for slow and unreliable service. Switch to the Brightspeed fiber optic, which is fantastic because I've got it at the house. We'll take a break as we move to the bottom of the second.
This week's Brightspeed Little League Game of the Week, brought to you on WHIG TV by Brightspeed. Don't settle for slow and unreliable. Switch to Brightspeed. www.brightspeed.com/lovefiber. Don Bullock Chevrolet, 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Doing it the better way. Golden Corral, 921 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Come and dine in our newly remodeled restaurant. Primary Care Urgent Care, 107A Nashville Drive, Nashville. We do sports physicals. Rocky Mount Radiator, 550 South Wesleyan Boulevard. Your cooling systems specialist.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Yes, that mac and cheese pairs well with pudding.
But that's like his third roll.
Oh, yeah.
That you can start with dessert.
Or how about soup?
That Tony is getting a salad.
And Lou should not do stand-up.
Come on. Come on. Before I switched to Brightspeed fiber internet, things like slow speeds and random dead spots really brought out the troll in me. I mean, I spent hours causing trouble. But then I switched to Brightspeed's fast, reliable fiber internet, and the rest is sunshine and unicorns. Looks amazing, Barbara.
Ultra-fast, Brightspeed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side.
Joel Thomas here at Don Bullock Chevrolet. It's 2025, and let's drive with confidence because you get the Don Bullock advantage with every purchase. That's a lifetime powertrain warranty. That's 2 years of maintenance, state inspections, and so much more. We have rates as low as 1.9%, so we can fit anybody's payment and price. And remember, at Don Bullock Chevrolet, my team does it the better way. Let's do business.
Okay, now it's Chamblis and Rabbil's turn to bat in the bottom of the first. Leading off for them will be number 9, the center fielder, Landon Locke. He will face Luke Barwick pitching for Tharrington. First pitch by Luke to Landon is ball high for ball 1. Luke looks in for the sign. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. One and one the count. Pitch high again. 2-1 the count. Luke gets the sign. In the windup, the pitch down low, gets away from the catcher, back to the backstop. 3-1 the count to Landon Locke. He's hoping to get on here to lead off the bottom of this first inning. Chamblis and Rabbil trailing 2-0 as they gave up the 2 runs in the top of the first. Pitch on the way. It's another big swing and a miss. 2-2. Big cuts there by Landon Locke. And the pitch outside. I must have missed the ball there because he's trotting down the first base on a walk. That brings up number 7, Logan McClure, the shortstop. The runner gets his signs from his coach, and the pitcher gets the signs from his catcher. And here we go, the pitch on the way. Down low, gets away from the catcher. Landon takes off for second. He gets in there standing up. So now we'll see if they can drive Landon home. Logan McClure at the plate. And the pitch in the dirt again. Nice scoop there by the catcher. Runner holds at second. And the pitch on the way, down low again. So it looks like we have a 3-0 count. But another ball for ball 4. Gets away from the catcher, so runner from second will go to third, and the runner at the plate goes all the way to second base. That'll bring up number 8, the pitcher, Dunn Menard. With runners in second and third, he's got a perfect opportunity here to tie this ball game up at 2-2. as Chamblis and Rabbil trails 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. But they're in good shape right here with the first 2 runners of the game in their lineup getting on base. Luke with the pitch, down low in the dirt. Nice scoop again by the catcher. Henry Lee doing a good job back there. He doesn't want one to get away from him in the dirt right now because you got the runner on third. That would go scampering home. Pitch on the way is inside and high. Ball 2. Luke with the pitch, down in the dirt. Once again, scooped by Henry Lee. 3-0 count, though. So he's in danger of loading the bases right here. Luke goes into the windup, the pitch. High for ball 4. And a steal of home. A steal of home as I look down for the scorecard. Landon Locke steals home. Runners move up on the bases to second and third as we got a timeout here. The head coach, Jack Lee, is going out to talk to his pitcher. And we'll take a momentary break. All right, back to the action here. The batter is going to be number 3, Boyd Edwards, the catcher for Chamblis and Rabbil. Runners on second and third, no outs. Chamblis has already scored a run here in the inning. Pitch is high for ball 1. 3 straight walks and a steal of home is how Chamblis and Rabbil has scored their first run of the bottom of the first. Pitch on the way. Foul ball coming our way. Almost hit Robbie in the foot. Oh, that ball was traveling our way, Robbie. Got to be careful. We're along the third base line in foul territory. Pitch on the way, down in the dirt. Gets past the catcher, so number 7, Logan McClure, will score the tying run. And Dunn Menard will move up to third base. Game now tied 2-2 in the bottom of the first. Boyd Edwards at the plate. And the pitch. Down low, nice hold there by Boyd. Oh, he called the umpire called it a check swing strike. Don't know if you caught that on camera, but the umpire signal strike on the ball that was down in the dirt on the check swing. This pitch gets away also, and Dunn Menard's going to scamper home with the 3rd run of the inning for. So all 3 walks that led off the bottom of the second have scored here as Chamblis and Rabbil takes a 3-2 lead. Still no outs in the inning. And Boyd Edwards will now continue to bat with nobody on base. Pitch is inside for ball 4. 4 consecutive walks here for Chamblis and Rabbil to start this bottom of the first, as number 1, Matthias Ortiz will be the plate. And here's a hit over the shortstop's head for a base hit into left field. Nice hit for Matthias. That'll put runners first and second. And Tucker Evans, number 10, the 3rd baseman, will come to bat for Chamblis and Rabbil. Tucker has been nursing a sprained wrist. So we'll see what he does in his at-bat here, if that'll affect him at all. Takes ball 1 outside. Tucker's brothers are baseball players over at Rocky Mount Academy. Riley and Tripp Evans both play for the Rocky Mount Academy Eagles. Here's a steal of 3rd as Boyd Edwards steals third. Runners first and third. No outs. Bottom of the first. Pitch on the way. Ground ball up the middle. Gets past the second baseman. That a run will score for Chamblis and Rabbil. And we'll have runners now first and third on the hit by Tucker. And that'll bring up Lake Tobias, the left fielder, left-handed hitter wearing number 2 on his jersey. He swings and misses at a good pitch. Four runs in for Chamblis and Rabbil here in the bottom of the first, and they're still threatening. Pitch gets away from the catcher down low. And Matthias Ortiz scores the 5th run of the inning. Moving up to second is Tucker Evans. Lake Tobias at the plate. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. So two strikes now on Lake Tobias. So we'll see if Luke can get this out here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. First out of the inning on a strikeout. That'll bring to the plate number 11, Joshua Powell Outlaw. Just thinking of, must be hungry if I'm thinking about the Outback. And the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1, Joshua Powell Outlaw. He is the first baseman for Chamblis and Rabbil. Ground ball to shortstop. Good hustle there at first base. He's going to be safe at first. The shortstop looked to second, trying to hold the runner on second, and just enough time for Joshua to make it down to first base safely. We'll have an infield single there. And that'll bring number 6, Hannah Womack, the right fielder. Left-handed batter. Swing and a miss. We have a steal of second. We've got runners at second and third. One out here, bottom of the first. Chamblis and Rabbil trying to put a lot of runs on the board here in this inning. Pitch is high and away. It's a 5-2 lead here at the bottom of the first for Chamblis and Rabbil. They got a chance to bring in some more runs here with runners on second and third. Pitch is outside for ball 2. Luke looks in for the sign. The pitch, high and away. Three balls, 1 strike count, I believe. And the pitch, strike on the outside corner. That fills it up at 3-2 now. Hannah Womack at the plate. Luke Barwick pitching. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for a strikeout in the second out of the inning. But Chamblis and Rabbil cycles the order to the top now. Number 9, Landon Locke. Landon walked to lead off the game and was able to come around and score the first run for Chamblis and Rabbil after they had given up 2 runs in the top of the first. We're in the bottom of the first here. Swing and a miss by Landon. Strike 1. Pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. Ground ball right back to Luke. Picks it up, throws to first for the out. That finally ends the inning. But not before Chamblis and Rabbil plates 5 runs to take a 6 runs to take a 6-1 lead, 6-2 lead as we move to the top of the second.
This week's Brightspeed Little League Game of the Week. Brought to you on WHIG TV by Brightspeed. Don't settle for slow and unreliable. Switch to Brightspeed. www.brightspeed.com/lovefiber. Don Bullock Chevrolet, 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Doing it the better way. Golden Corral, 921 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Come and dine in our newly remodeled restaurant. Primary Care Urgent Care, 107A Nashville Drive, Nashville. We do sports physicals. Rocky Mount Radiator, 550 South Wesleyan Boulevard. Your cooling systems specialist.
You know what's crazy?
Is that you can get a buffet to go?
That Tony is getting a salad.
And Lou should not do stand-up.
But that's like his third roll.
I'm on a roll.
That you can start with dessert.
Or how about soup?
Wait and pay, baby.
Hi, I'm Kelvin Bratcher, proud new owner of Nissan of Rocky Mount. And we're excited to be here for the first time ever in North Carolina. We're located at 851 North Wesley, just off Highway 64. As a member of this team, you can count on certain things from us: transparency, honesty, and certainly trustworthiness. At Nissan of Rocky Mount, we make things easy. We're here every step of the way throughout your car buying experience. Our sales consultants are always going to treat you with patience and respect. When it comes to buying a car, trust is everything. We want to make sure that you're getting a fair deal from people that really care about you. Come visit us at nissanofrockymount.com.
Come on. Come on. Before I switched to Brightspeed fiber internet, things like slow speeds and random dead spots really brought out the troll in me. I mean, I spent hours causing trouble. But then I switched to Brightspeed's fast, reliable fiber internet, and the rest is sunshine and unicorns. Looks amazing, Barbara.
Ultra-fast, Brightspeed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side.
Leading off the top of the second for Tharrington Auto Works is number 10, Joseph Height, the left fielder. Dunn Menard still on the mound for Chamblis and Rabbil, his second inning of work. And the pitch, swing and a miss. The pitch on the way. Nice off-speed pitch for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. And the pitch. Ground ball up the first base line, but in foul territory. Joseph Height will come back to the plate. A perfect night here for our Brightspeed Game of the Week. Our second Little League game of the season. The pitch on the way. Outside for ball 2, 2-2 the count. And the pitch. Ground ball right back to Dunn. He scoops it up, throws to first. Nice play right there by Dunn Menard to record the first out of the inning. And bring up number 9, Kobe Stasmeister, the second baseman, wearing number 9 for Tharrington Auto Works. Dunn was in and wind up, but the umpire called time. The catcher wasn't ready. Here comes the pitch. Lifted high and deep to left field, but foul. Nice deep shot there by Kobe Stasmeister. He's got a lot of power in that swing. But it was foul, so it'll be a long strike. Dunn looks in for the sign, ready for the pitch. On the way, off-speed pitch fooled Kobe for strike 2. He was way out in front. Dumnenard with the pitch. Fastball outside. And the pitch. Foul tipped off the end of the bat. 1-2 count to Kobe. One out here, top of the first. Tharrington Auto plated 2 runs in the first inning. We'll see what they do here in the top of the second. Pitch is down low and outside. And the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll bring up number 3, Bryce Denton, the right fielder. 2 outs in the inning. Chamblis and Rabbil with a 6-2, a 5-2 lead. Scoreboard first had 6, and they corrected it to 5, so it's a 5-2 score in favor of Chamblis and Rabbil. Got to watch those scoreboard operators. And the pitch. High for ball. Looks like it's a 2-0 count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Bryce Denton, number 3. Pitch is down low. 2-2 count. Just missed. Dunn looks in for the sign. The wind up the pitch in the dirt. Back to the backstop. Full count now on the batter. 3-2 to Bryce Denton. And the pitch is ball 4. So Bryce draws a walk. That'll bring up the top of the order in number 4, Ramsey Bruto. Pitch is a ground ball up the first base line. It's going to be fair. It's going to be fair. Past the first baseman. It's going to go all the way to the corner. There's going to be a play at the plate, but the throw is going to be high and over the catcher's head. So both runners will score. So on the base hit down the line that went all the way to the corner, Ramsey Bruto is able to drive in a run as Bryce Denton scored. And then the overthrow allowed Ramsey to score. Put two more runs on the board for Tharrington Auto Works. 2 in the first, and now two here in the second. Cuts the lead, 5-4. So some good 2-out hitting there for Ramsey. Brings up Luke Barwick, the pitcher. Pitch is down low for ball 1. Here's a pop-up in the infield. It's going to be caught by the second baseman. Nice catch there by the second baseman to end the inning, but not before. Tharrington Auto Works scores 2 runs to tighten up this ball game. The Bright Speed Game of the Week, brought to you by Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing it the better way. Golden Corral with the new remodeled restaurant and the great buffet. Nashville's Urgent Care, primary urgent care in Nashville, with it, that they do the sports physicals here for many of the athletes. Rocky Mount Radiator, your cooling systems, our cooling system specialist in town. And Nissan of Rocky Mount on Wesleyan Boulevard, as well as Pizza Inn, which is voted the best buffet in town on Hunter Hill Road. Thank you to our sponsors for bringing these Little League games to you. We'll take a commercial break.
This week's Bright Speed Little League Game of the Week. Brought to you on WHIG TV by Brightspeed. Don't settle for slow and unreliable. Switch to Brightspeed. www.brightspeed.com/lovefiber. Don Bullock Chevrolet, 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Doing it the better way. Golden Corral, 921 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Come and dine in our newly remodeled restaurant. Primary Care Urgent Care, 107A Nashville Drive, Nashville. We do sports physicals. Rocky Mount Radiator, 550 South Wesleyan Boulevard. Your cooling systems specialist.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Yes, that mac and cheese pairs well with pudding.
But that's like his third roll.
Oh, yeah.
That you can start with dessert.
Or how about soup?
That Tony is getting a salad.
And Lou should not do stand-up.
Ah, come on. Come on. Before I switched to Brightspeed fiber internet, things like slow speeds and random dead spots really brought out the troll in me. I mean, I spent hours causing trouble. But then I switched to Brightspeed's fast, reliable fiber internet, and the rest is sunshine and unicorns. Looks amazing, Barbara.
Ultra-fast, Brightspeed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side.
Joel Thomas here at Don Bullock Chevrolet. It's 2025, and let's drive with confidence because you get the Don Bullock advantage with every purchase. That's a lifetime powertrain warranty. That's 2 years of maintenance, state inspections, and so much more. We have rates as low as 1.9%, so we can fit anybody's payment and price. And remember, at Don Bullock Chevrolet, my team does it the better way. Let's do business.
All right, we're coming to you now at the bottom of the second inning. Chamblis and Rabbil will come to the plate. Leading off will be Logan McClure, the shortstop. It's a beautiful night here at the Rocky Mount Sports Complex. If you haven't been out here to watch any of these games, you certainly will give yourself a treat if you come out here. It's a beautiful complex. They've got concessions. They've got everything you need out here to enjoy watching these youngsters, 10, 11, 12 years old, playing the game of baseball, which is America's game, of course. We're glad that Brightspeed, our major sponsor, has picked us up for the season. We'll be bringing you one game per week. We'll get all the teams at least a few times on the air, so the parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles and everybody can celebrate their kid being on WHIG TV, your local station bringing you the best of sports in the area. Ground ball to shortstop. Gets past the shortstop. So Logan will reach to lead off the bottom of the second inning for Chamblis and Rabbil and bring up the pitcher, number 8, Don Menard. Luke Barwick is still on the mound for Tharrington. His second inning of work. Pitches a strike on the inside corner. An attempted steal at second by Logan is called out by the base umpire. So that'll be the first out of the inning. Don Menard at the plate. Inside, ball 1. Luke with the pitch. Outside for ball 2. Two and one the count, I believe. Luke with the pitch. Inside. 3-1 the count. One out, bottom of the second. Chamblis and Rabbil at the plate with blue uniforms. Pitch is in the dirt for ball 4, so Don Menard works a walk with 1 out here at bottom of the second, bringing up Boyd Edwards, the catcher, wearing number 3. We'll see if they try to steal again after delayed steal maybe here after the pitch. The ball's outside. Don Menard holding at first base. Luke with the pitch up high. And now we do have a steal attempt at second. And it looks like he's going to get thrown out. Second baseman really thought he had him, tried to tag him on the foot as he ran past him, but umpire calls him safe, so we have a stolen base. Dunn at second base now in scoring position. Boyd Edwards hoping to drive him home. If he can get a solid hit here. Pitch is down low, though, for a ball. Two 2-0 the count. And the pitch. And Boyd gets hit by a pitch. So he trots down to first base. And it'll bring Matias Ortiz, number 1, comes to the plate. He had a solid hit his first time up. Nice swing there. It's ground ball to shortstop. Gets through the shortstop legs. Goes into left field. So put it in play and good things happen. Chamblis and Rabbil will score a run here and have runners on first and third with 1 out. So Matias has done his job both times at bat, putting the ball in play. Now we've got a timeout here again as Jack Lee is going to go to the mound. Looks like he's going to make a pitching change. Usually the pitchers here in Little League are going to be on pitch counts, especially here on them early in the week when they want to save their pitchers. They have the pitching rule of a certain number of pitches they can't pitch on 2 consecutive or 3 days unless they get some rest in between pitches, the pitching stints depending on how many pitches they throw in a particular game. So we're going to have a pitching change here. Got to see his number to see who's going to the mound for Tharrington Auto Works. It's going to be number 5. That is going to be Graham Bellamy, who was playing first base. He'll come to the mound to try to hold these Chamblis and Rabbil bats down. Runners are on first and third. There's 1 out in the inning. At the plate is going to be when we resume here after the warm-up pitches. We're going to have number 10, Tucker Evans, the third baseman for Chamblis and Rabbil, will be coming to the plate. Graham taking his warm-up pitches. Looks like everybody's ready, and we'll get back to the action. All right, so here we go. Umpire getting back in place after he cleans off the plate. Tucker Evans will be the batter. Runners first and third, 1 out, bottom of the second. First pitch by Graham. Tucker hits it to second base. There's going to be play of force at it at second. So that'll be a fielder's choice. Run will score. RBI for Tucker Evans. He'll reach first, but there'll be an out recorded at second base on the fielder's choice. That'll be 2 outs in the inning, and number 5. Colin Ingram is the batter here. He fouls one off. Chamblis and Rabbil scoring 2 runs here in the inning, taking a 7-4 lead, bottom of the second. Colin Ingram at the plate. Pitch is high to him. Graham Bellamy with the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Looks like the umpire signaled 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Right down the middle for strike 3. That'll end the inning, but not before. Chamblis and Rabbil puts 2 more runs on the board and takes a 7-4 lead as we'll go to commercial break.
This week's Brightspeed Little League Game of the Week. Brought to you on WHIG TV by Brightspeed. Don't settle for slow and unreliable. Switch to Brightspeed. www.brightspeed.com/lovefiber. Don Bullock Chevrolet, 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Doing it the better way. Golden Corral, 921 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Come and dine in our newly remodeled restaurant. Primary Care Urgent Care, 107A Nashville Drive, Nashville. We do sports physicals. Rocky Mount Radiator, 550 South Wesleyan Boulevard. Your cooling systems specialist.
You know what's crazy?
That you can get a buffet to go?
That Tony is getting a salad.
And Lou should not do stand-up.
But that's like his 3rd role.
I'm on a roll.
That you can start with dessert.
Or how about soup?
Wait and pay, baby.
Hi, I'm Kelvin Bratcher, proud new owner of Nissan of Rocky Mount. And we're excited to be here for the first time ever in North Carolina. We're located at 851 North Wesley, just off Highway 64. As a member of this team, you can count on certain things from us: transparency, honesty, and certainly trustworthiness. At Nissan of Rocky Mount, we make things easy. We're here every step of the way throughout your car buying experience. Our sales consultants are always going to treat you with patience and respect. When it comes to buying a car, trust is everything. We want to make sure that you're getting a fair deal from people that really care about you. Come visit us at nissanofrockymount.com.
Ah, come on. Come on. Before I switched to Brightspeed fiber internet, things like slow speeds and random dead spots really brought out the troll in me. I mean, I spent hours causing trouble. But then I switched to Brightspeed's fast, reliable fiber internet, and the rest is sunshine and unicorns. Looks amazing, Barbara.
Ultra-fast, Brightspeed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side.
Moving now to the bottom, to the top of the 3rd. Henry Lee, the catcher, number 7, will lead off for Tharrington Auto Works. Dunn Menard still on the mound, his 3rd inning of work for Chamblis and Rabbil. Let me double check that. Looks like Chamblis and Rabbil has made a pitching change. Number 3, Boyd Edwards, is now on the mound. Swing and a miss by Henry Lee at the plate. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Gonna be a close play at first. Nice throw by the shortstop, Don Menard, to record the first out of the inning. 6-3 put out. Very close play at first. Brings up number 5, Graham Bellamy, who's currently the pitcher for Tharrington Auto Works in relief of Luke Barwick. Pitch from Boyd Edwards is low. Pitch inside for ball 2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Two 2-1 count. 3-1 count now. And a 3-1 pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 3-2 the count. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. And the pitch is low and in the dirt. Ball 4. Graham trots down to first base, and number 11, Bryson Browder, will come to the plate. Bryson had to hit his last time up. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Pitch is down low outside. 1-1 count. And we've got a hit by batter. Hit by pitch to the batter. Bryson's heading down to first base. That pushes Graham Bellamy to second. So first and second with 1 out. And number 8, Brian Parker, will be to the plate. Bryson's down there at first trying to shake it off as he got hit in the calf. He's pointing to his calf where he got hit. But he'll be okay. Bryson Parker, the batter. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Pitch on the way. Another strike on the outside corner. 2 quick strikes here to Bryson Parker from Boyd Edwards. And the pitch. Fly ball lifted to right field. It's going to drop for a base hit. That's going to load. That's going to load the bases. Base hit by Brian Parker. Loads the bases. And coming to the plate is number 10, Joseph Height. Pitch gets away. So Graham Bellamy's going to the plate. He's going to score a run as the ball got away to the backstop. Runners move up to second and third. Two runs in the inning for Tharrington here in the top of the 3rd. They trail 7-5, but they've got the tying runs on base, and Joseph Height at the plate. He swings and misses for strike 1. Pitch on the way. Strike on the outside corner. 2 strikes on Joseph now. And the pitch. There's a drive up the middle for a base hit. Nice hit by Joseph. It's going to score another run for Tharrington. RBI single. Kobe Stossmeister will come to the plate for Tharrington Auto Works with a chance to tie this game up. There's a runner on third, runners on first and third. One out in the inning. We're in the top of the third. Boyd Edwards calls his catcher out. Talk some strategy here since there's runners on first and third. They're certainly looking to try to prevent the runner from first, Joseph Height, to automatically steal. Second, that's the go-ahead run at first. Tying run is here at third. Pitch on the way. Ground ball right to the pitcher. Boyd picks it up. He's going to throw to first for the out, but the run will score. The tying run will score. So we'll have a 1-3 put out. Brian Parker scores the tying run of the game, but with 2 outs now. And a runner on second for Tharrington. The batter at the plate is going to be number 3, Bryce Denton. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So the game's tied up right now, 7-7, top of the third. Another swing and a miss for strike 2. Looks like Boyd Edwards is bearing down at the plate. Ground ball up the first base line, foul. Boyd Edwards trying to get that third out of the inning. Keep this game tied. Their go-ahead run is at second base for Tharrington. And the pitch. Strike 3 on the outside corner ends the inning, but not before the Tharrington Auto Works team is able to score 3 runs and tie this game at 7-7. Many thanks once again to our game sponsors. Our lead sponsor of the game of the week is brought to you by Brightspeed. Don't settle for the slow and unreliable regular service. Switch to Brightspeed fiber optic service. Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing it the better way. Golden Corral, with a newly remodeled restaurant. Come and see them and enjoy their big buffet. Primary Urgent Care of Nashville. They'll do your sports physicals for you at the Urgent Care in Nashville. Rocky Mount Radiator, your cooling systems. They're your cooling specialists in the area. Nissan of Rocky Mount on Wesleyan Boulevard and Pizza Inn on Hunter Hill Road, voted the best buffet in town. We will take our commercial break in between innings.
This week's Brightspeed Little League Game of the Week. Brought to you on WHIG TV by Brightspeed. Don't settle for slow and unreliable. Switch to Brightspeed. www.brightspeed.com/lovefiber. Don Bullock Chevrolet, 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Doing it the better way. Golden Corral, 921 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Come and dine in our newly remodeled restaurant. Primary Care Urgent Care, 107A Nashville Drive, Nashville. We do sports physicals. Rocky Mount Radiator, 550 South Wesleyan Boulevard. Your cooling systems specialist.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Yes, that mac and cheese pairs well with pudding.
That that's like his 3rd roll.
Oh, yeah.
That you can start with dessert.
Or how about soup?
That Tony is getting a salad.
And Lou should not do stand-up.
Ah, come on. Come on. Before I switched to Brightspeed fiber internet, things like slow speeds and random dead spots really brought out the troll in me. I mean, I spent hours causing trouble. But then I switched to Brightspeed's fast, reliable fiber internet, and the rest is sunshine and unicorns. Looks amazing, Barbara.
Ultra-fast, Brightspeed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side.
Joel Thomas here at Don Bullock Chevrolet. It's 2025, and let's drive with confidence because you get the Don Bullock advantage with every purchase. That's a lifetime powertrain warranty. That's 2 years of maintenance, state inspections, and so much more. We have rates as low as 1.9%, so we can fit anybody's payment and price. And remember, at Don Bullock Chevrolet, my team does it the better way. Let's do business.
Moving now to the bottom of the third in a 7-7 tie. We're going to have a conference, umpire conference first before we start this inning. But the batter will be number 11, Joshua Powell Outlaw, will be the batter here in the bottom of the third. The game score is 7-7. So we've got a great game here as far as competitive-wise. But there's some issue over there on the far side between the umpires and the Tharrington Auto Works coach, Jack Lee. Not sure if they're talking about a potential. The only thing I can think of is a potential clock issue, whether there's a time limit and they want to confirm that or what the situation is. Alan Menard, the head coach for Chamblis and Rabbil, went over to find out from Steve Evans, his assistant coach, to see if he knew what they were talking about over there. Whatever it was, it's resolved, and now Joshua can step to the plate. First pitch is a strike right down the middle. And the pitch, down low, gets away from the catcher, back to the backstop. 1-1 the count. And the pitch, down low in the dirt again, goes to the backstop. 2-1 the count. Graham looks in for the sign, gets the sign. The pitch outside and gets away from the catcher, goes back to the backstop. So that'll bring the count to 3-1. Joshua Powell Outlaw at the plate. Pitch on the way. High for ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Joshua is going to bring up number 4, Maxwell Holmes. Pitch hits Maxwell in the back. He goes down hard. That was you could hear it all the way here. You could hear it, how hard it hit his back. So he's going to go to first base, but he's going to have to take some time. He gets up and it looks like he's going to be fine, but that definitely hurt. It hurt me watching it. Coach is talking to him, making sure he's okay to run down to first. And sure enough, tough little Maxwell gets a fist bump from the umpire and goes down to first base. That brings the top of the order for Chamblis and Rabbil. Number 9, Landon Locke. Runners first and second, no out. We're in the bottom of the third. Graham looks in for the sign. Pitch on the way. Strike down the middle. One and one the count. The pitch in the dirt gets away. But the runners have to hold. Catcher was able to block it. Landon Locke at the plate. We're in the bottom of the third, 7-7 tie game. Pitch on the way. Ball 2 high. We're playing under the lights now. Past the 8 o'clock hour. And the pitch. Outside for ball 4. That's going to load the bases. No outs here. Bottom of the third. And Logan McClure to the plate. Logan's got a chance to give the Chamblis and Rabbil the lead here in the bottom of the third. He fouls the first pitch off. Bases loaded, no out. Graham looks in for the sign. Goes into the windup, the pitch. Ball 1 high. 1-1 the count. Logan's ready. Pitch on the way. Inside for ball 2. Nowhere to put him, so he's got to give him something to hit. Unless he can blow a couple of fastballs by him. Don't want to walk in the go-ahead run. Pitch on the way. Ground ball down to third base. Picked up the third. He steps on third for the out. But the run will score. The go-ahead run will score. There'll be a fielder's choice. Force out at third. Run will score. We'll have 1 out in the inning. Runners on first and second. And Dunn Menard coming to the plate. Eight-7 lead now for Chamblis and Rabbil in the bottom of the third. Nice pitch by Graham there for strike 1. The pitch on the way. Inside. Dunn gets out of the way of that inside pitch. Didn't want to get hit by the pitch. He'd rather bat here with runners on first and second, 1 out. The pitch on the way. Base hit up the middle. He's going to score at least the 1 run from second. So an RBI single for Dunn. A lot of pollen still in the air, trying to get into my throat here. Number 3, Boyd Edwards, the catcher will come to the plate. He's actually started the game at catcher, but he's has now shifted to the mound here for probably the rest of the game. He fouls the first pitch off of up against the backstop. So both teams have been scoring every inning here, as Chamblis and Rabbil takes a 9-7 lead now. And still threatening here in the bottom of the third. Pitch on the way. Down low. 1-1 the count. The pitch. Outside, strike 2. And we've got a steal here at third. Logan McClure steals third base. Runners now first and third. Dunn was supposed to follow him on the steal, but he's still at first. Pitches, strike 3. Called by the umpire. Dunn steals second. Matias Ortiz come to the plate. Number 1. He's had 2 good at-bats in this game so far. See what he can do here with runners in second and third. The pitch He fouls one off down the first base line. A scrappy little hitter. He loves to attack that first pitch. Matias steps in again. Graham with the pitch. Matias ducks under. A strike, though. Now he's got an attempted steal at home. And he's going to be safe. Logan with a steal of home. Dunn follows him to third base on a steal of third. Matias takes strike 2. Graham Bellamy on the mound for Tharrington. Matias Ortiz at the plate with 2 strikes on him. And a nice off-speed pitch gets him looking to end the inning, but not before. Chamblis and Rabbil retakes the lead. 10-7 lead here at the end of 3, and we'll take our commercial break.
This week's Brightspeed Little League Game of the Week. Brought to you on WHIG TV by Brightspeed. Don't settle for slow and unreliable. Switch to Brightspeed. www.brightspeed.com/lovefiber. Don Bullock Chevrolet, 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Doing it the better way. Golden Corral, 921 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Come and dine in our newly remodeled restaurant. Primary Care Urgent Care, 107A Nashville Drive, Nashville. We do sports physicals. Rocky Mount Radiator, 550 South Wesleyan Boulevard. Your cooling systems specialist.
You know what's crazy?
That you can get a buffet to go?
That Tony is getting a salad.
And Lou should not do stand-up.
But that's like his third role.
I'm on a roll.
That you can start with dessert.
Or how about soup?
Wait and pay, baby.
Hi, I'm Kelvin Bratcher, proud new owner of Nissan of Rocky Mount. And we're excited to be here for the first time ever in North Carolina. We're located at 851 North Wesley, just off Highway 64. As a member of this team, you can count on certain things from us: transparency, honesty, and certainly trustworthiness. At Nissan of Rocky Mount, we make things easy. We're here every step of the way throughout your car buying experience. Our sales consultants are always going to treat you with patience and respect. When it comes to buying a car, trust is everything. We want to make sure that you're getting a fair deal from people that really care about you. Come visit us at nissanofrockymount.com.
Ah, come on. Come on. Before I switched to Brightspeed fiber internet, things like slow speeds and random dead spots really brought out the troll in me. I mean, I spent hours causing trouble. But then I switched to Brightspeed's fast, reliable fiber internet, and the rest is sunshine and unicorns. Looks amazing, Barbara.
Ultra-fast, Brightspeed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side.
All right, moving to the top of the 4th. Leadoff batter will be number 4, Ramsey Bruto. Got a strike call there. Pitch on the way. Bunt attempt for strike 2. Nice pitch right down the middle for strike 3. Caught him by surprise, it looks like, because Ramsey is a good batter. Brings up number 1, Luke Berwick. Boyd Edwards on the mound for Chamblis and Rabbil in relief of Dunn Menard. Pitches outside, ball 1. The pitch on the way, down in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-0. The pitch fouled off out of play. Hits up against the light pole. That's hard to do. The pitch. Ground ball down the first base line. Picked up by the first baseman in fair territory. Steps on the bag for the out. Second out of the inning. So a 3 unassisted in the scorebook. Brings up number 7, Henry Lee. Two outs, 2 quick outs in the inning. Ball up high for ball 1. We've not had a 1-2-3 inning yet the game for either side, so let's see what happens here with Boyd Edwards on the mound. Ball 2. Henry Lee at the plate. Strike on the corner. 2-1 count. And the pitch. Ball just outside. 3-1 count. Let's see if Boyd can come back with 2 strikes here. We've got either a hit batter or ball 4. Looked like the umpire signaled hit batter, but it might have been ball 4. So Henry goes down to first base. Graham Bellamy now at the plate. He fouls the first pitch off. So I jinxed the 1-2-3 inning there, Robbie, if you noticed that. Question is, will Tharrington put any runs on the board here in the top of the 4th? They trail 10-7. They've scored in every inning. Pitches a ball. Actually, both teams have scored in every inning, so we'll see if we get a shutout inning here. Pitches ball 2. And the pitch. Ball 3. Ground ball to the shortstop. Dustin's going to throw late. He looked to run to second to get the out at second, but he saw that the runner was going to beat him there, so he tried to throw to first, threw it away. That'll go down as an E6 and put runners on first and second for Tharrington. And at the plate will be number 11, Bryson Browder. He's had a hit in the game, so he wants another one right here to try to put runs on the board as the Tharrington Auto's got runners on second and third now. And we do have a hit batter here. That's the second time that Bryson's been hit by a pitch in the game. He's been on base all 3 times, a single and 2 hit by pitches. So we'll get a time out here as Coach Allen is going to the plate. He's going to make a pitching change here. He's going to bring in his third baseman, Tucker Evans, to the mound. Might also have been a pitch count situation. It's not so much that he's loaded the bases. It's more likely a pitch count situation. All right, back to play. We've got bases loaded for Tharrington Auto Works. New pitcher on the mound, Tucker Evans. Brian Parker at the plate. Takes ball 1. So the tying runs are on base, first, second, and third, as Tharrington trails 10-7 in this game in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch is outside for ball 2. Look good from here. 2-0 count. Strike on the inside corner. Two one the count. Pitch is high for ball 3. 3-1. Got to come to him here. Doesn't want to walk a man with the bases loaded. Walk in and run. 3-1 pitch. It's called a strike on the outside corner, even though the catcher misses the pitch. But the runners on third holds here. There is 2 outs in the inning. He doesn't want to get thrown out at home to end the inning, especially with the bases loaded. So a big pitch is going to be coming up here. Pitch is down low for ball 4. So Tharrington will score a run here, making the score 10-8. And the batter will be number 10, Joseph Height, who had a big hit last inning. Two outs in the inning. We've got a timeout here. They're making Tucker take off a wrist bandage that he had on his wrist from that sprained wrist that he had, but apparently nobody warned the umpires that he was going to have it. I mean, Joseph Height at the plate takes a ball outside. Base is still loaded for Tharrington Auto. They trail 10-8. We're in the top of the 4th inning. The pitch. Inside for ball 2. Pitch on the way. Borderline high for ball 3. Three-0 count. And the pitch. Strike down the middle. A 3-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss and a let go of the bat. Goes up against the dugout fence. It's actually strike 3 on the swing. So a swinging strike 3 out ends the inning. Tharrington does score a run in the inning, making the score 10-8 as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Many thanks to our game sponsors, Brightspeed being our lead sponsor for the entire season. Brightspeed, don't settle for slow and unreliable service. Switch to the Brightspeed fiber optic, which is really fantastic. I have it at home, so it can definitely tell you that it is much better than regular internet. Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing it the better way. Golden Corral with a remodeled restaurant and the great buffet. Primary Urgent Care in Nashville on 107A Nashville Drive, doing the sports physicals. Rocky Mount Radiator for all your cooling system needs. Nissan of Rocky Mount on Wesleyan Boulevard, and Pizza Inn on Hunter Hill Road, voted the best buffet in town. We'll take a break again.
This week's Brightspeed Little League Game of the Week. Brought to you on WHIG TV by Brightspeed. Don't settle for slow and unreliable. Switch to Brightspeed. www.brightspeed.com/lovefiber. Don Bullock Chevrolet, 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Doing it the better way. Golden Corral, 921 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Come and dine in our newly remodeled restaurant. Primary Care Urgent Care, 107A Nashville Drive, Nashville. We do sports physicals. Rocky Mount Radiator, 550 South Wesleyan Boulevard. Your cooling systems specialist.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Yes, that mac and cheese pairs well with pudding.
That that's like his third roll.
Oh, yeah.
That you can start with dessert.
Or how about soup?
That Tony is getting a salad.
And Lou should not do stand-up.
Ah, come on. Come on. Before I switched to Brightspeed fiber internet, things like slow speeds and random dead spots really brought out the troll in me. I mean, I spent hours causing trouble. But then I switched to Brightspeed's fast, reliable fiber internet, and the rest is sunshine and unicorns. Looks amazing, Barbara.
Ultra-fast, Brightspeed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side.
Joel Thomas here at Don Bullock Chevrolet. It's 2025, and let's drive with confidence because you get the Don Bullock advantage with every purchase. That's a lifetime powertrain warranty. That's 2 years of maintenance, state inspections, and so much more. We have rates as low as 1.9%, so we can fit anybody's payment and price. And remember, at Don Bullock Chevrolet, my team does it the better way. Let's do business.
As we move to the bottom of the fourth inning here, Chamblis and Rabbil will bring up number 10, Tucker Evans, who's now pitching for them. Started at third base. He's now the pitcher. And he'll lead off here in the bottom of the fourth with the team holding a 10-8 lead. First pitch is a ball outside. Graham Bellamy still on the mound for Tharrington Auto. Here's a drive to center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Tucker Evans with his second hit of the game. Lead off here in the bottom of the fourth. Hoping to extend the lead that they have. And at the plate will be number 2, Lake Tobias. Left-handed batter. Pitches high and away and gets to the backstop. So Tucker will trot on down to second base on the wild pitch. The pitch on the way. Bunt attempt for strike one. 1-1 count to Lake Tobias. Swing and a miss for strike two. One-two count. Tucker Evans on second base. The pitch to Lake is high and away. 2-2 count. Graham looks in for the sign. Goes into the windup. The pitch. Solid line drive to second base. It's caught by the second baseman. Almost doubled up Tucker at second. So a nice line drive there, but caught by the second baseman for the first out of the inning. Brings up number 11, Joshua Powell Outlaw. First baseman for Chamblis and Rabbil. He had a base hit his first time up. So we'll see what he does here in the ground ball to shortstop. Picked up by the shortstop. Low throw to first, gets away. So Tucker Evans is going to score all the way from second base, increasing the Chamblis and Rabbil lead to 11-8. Joshua ends up at second base. And that'll bring up number 4, Maxwell Holmes. Maxwell was hit, took a hard hit in the back on his first at-bat, and the first pitch to him hit him right in the back. We'll see if he shies away from the plate. No, he hangs right in there. Pitch was outside for ball 1. Tough little guy taking that big hit in the back. That was a fastball. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1 count. Maxwell looks to his coach for instructions. The pitch on the way. Off-speed pitch, nice. Swing and miss for strike 2. He was out in front of that pitch. And a 2-strike pitch now will be coming to Maxwell Holmes. Low in the dirt, gets away. Runner's going to advance to third. Joshua Powell. Outlaw makes it here to third, right in front of our camera. 1 out in the inning, 1 run already in. Man on third. Maxwell Holmes at the plate with 2 strikes on him. Down low for ball 3. We're going to have a full count here. The pitch on the way. Right down the middle for strike 3. Maxwell gets caught looking. So with 2 outs, that'll bring the leadoff batter, number 9, Landon Locke. First pitch is high for ball 1. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off down the first base line. 1-1 to count to Landon. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Chamblis and Rabbil with an 11-8 lead over Tharrington Auto Works. Pitch is high for ball 2. Pitch on the way. Ground ball up the first base line, picked up by the first baseman. He'll beat the runner to first to end the inning. A 3 unassisted put out at first ends the inning after 4 complete. Chamblis and Rabbil 11, Tharrington Auto Works 8.
This week's Brightspeed Little League Game of the Week. Brought to you on WHIG TV by Brightspeed. Don't settle for slow and unreliable. Switch to Brightspeed. www.brightspeed.com/lovefiber. Don Bullock Chevrolet, 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Doing it the better way. Golden Corral, 921 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Come and dine in our newly remodeled restaurant. Primary Care Urgent Care, 107A Nashville Drive, Nashville. We do sports physicals. Rocky Mount Radiator, 550 South Wesleyan Boulevard. Your cooling systems specialist.
You know what's crazy?
That you can get a buffet to go?
That Tony is getting a salad.
And Lou should not do stand-up.
But that's like his 3rd role.
I'm on a roll.
That you can start with dessert.
Or how about soup?
Wait and pay, baby.
Hi, I'm Kelvin Bratcher, proud new owner of Nissan of Rocky Mount. And we're excited to be here for the first time ever in North Carolina. We're located at 851 North Wesleyan, just off Highway 64. As a member of this team, you can count on certain things from us: transparency, honesty, and certainly trustworthiness. At Nissan of Rocky Mount, we make things easy. We're here every step of the way throughout your car buying experience. Our sales consultants are always going to treat you with patience and respect. When it comes to buying a car, trust is everything. We want to make sure that you're getting a fair deal from people that really care about you. Come visit us at nissanofrockymount.com.
Ah, come on. Come on. Before I switched to Brightspeed fiber internet, things like slow speeds and random dead spots really brought out the troll in me. I mean, I spent hours causing trouble. But then I switched to Brightspeed's fast, reliable fiber internet, and the rest is sunshine and unicorns. Looks amazing, Barbara.
Ultra-fast, Brightspeed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side.
Moving to the top of the fifth inning, Tharrington Auto Works will send up to the plate number 9, Kobe Stossmeister. I just had the chance to talk to Maxwell Holmes in between innings as he was out here warming up, and asked him about getting hit in the back. And he said, yeah, it really hurt a lot. But he's fine, he says. Took a big hit. Swing and a miss there by Kobe for strike 1. Foul ball coming right at Robbie. Luckily, the tripod saved him, protected him from hitting him in the leg. That's 2 balls that have come sharply down this way. Tucker Evans on the mound for Chamblis and Rabbil. Kobe Stossmeister at the plate. 2 strikes on him. Good pitch, deep drive and a great catch. A great catch out there in left field. What a catch there by number 2, Lake Tobias. A great catch. That was a hard hit ball. Traveling fast, too. So 1 out now in the inning. Let's see. This looks like it might be Connor Minshew at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. What a great catch out there in left field. And a nice pitch by Tucker Evans on the corner, outside corner, to strike out Connor Minshew. 2 quick outs in the inning is going to bring up the top of the order, number 4, Ramsey Bruto. Pitch from Tucker is high and away for ball 1. Will we get our first 1-2-3 inning right here, Robbie? Nobody knows. We can only hope for a quick inning, as the game has had runs scored in every single inning so far. Pitch is outside. Both teams putting up a lot of runs on the scoreboard. It's an 11-8 lead for Chamblis and Rabbil. Pitch is a strike at the knees. Tucker's pitch on the way. Down low. See if the umpire gives us the count. Believe it's 3-1. And the pitch. Ground ball to short. Picked up by throw to first. Gets away from the first baseman, allowing Ramsey to reach base. And once again, so much for the 1-2-3 inning. Luke Berwick will come to the plate. Fouls off the first pitch. Ramsey Bruto reached on the error. He's at first base. Tharrington needs base runners. They trail by 3. We're in the top of the 5th. Here's a ground ball to third base. It's going to be a force play at second. And the umpire calls him safe at second on the force. They're going to want an appeal here. The umpires are going to, before coach has a chance to appeal, the umpires are going to get together and they're going to see if the call was made correctly or not. From our angle, it looked like the force was an out at second. It was a force play at second. The third baseman picked it up through to second. So there's a conference between the umpires. They're going to decide what really happened on that play in case potentially one umpire saw it better than the other. Long conference here. Usually the umpires are probably going to stick together and leave the call as it is. We've got no replay, of course, here in Little League, but we do have it on camera probably. So we'll see after we edit the tape whether the call was correct or not, depending on what they do right here. It's a big spot here, and they're going to call it safe. They're going to call the play safe. Umpire's going to try to give an explanation to Alan Menard, the head coach for the Chamblis and Rabbil team. It's a big spot for Tharrington Auto Works because they trail by 3. We're in the top of the 5th, so they need the base runners. And they're now going to have 2 base runners as the call's going to stand. And Henry Lee, big hitter, coming to the plate. So certainly a big spot in the game. So it's a fielder's choice with no out, actually. And the pitch by Tucker's down low for ball 1. Ramsey was down there at second quickly. And that's probably what slid in. That's probably what the umpire saw that she couldn't see. Here's a steal of third attempt. And a steal of second. So a double steal is successful, putting runners on second and third, both in scoring position for Henry Lee at the plate. Tucker with the pitch, down low. Pitch on the way. Strike called on the outside corner. Henry Lee at the plate for Tharrington. Tucker with the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Looks like it's a 3-2 count. So a big pitch coming here by Tucker Evans to Henry Lee. The pitch is on the way. A strike on the outside corner. A great pitch by Tucker to end the inning, stranding the runners at second and third as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning in a great game here at the Rocky Mount Sports Complex. The score, Chamblis and Rabbil 11, Tharrington Auto 8, and we'll take our commercial break.
This week's Brightspeed Little League Game of the Week, brought to you on WHIG TV by Brightspeed. Don't settle for slow and unreliable. Switch to Brightspeed. www.brightspeed.com/lovefiber. Don Bullock Chevrolet, 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Doing it the better way. Golden Corral, 921 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Come and dine in our newly remodeled restaurant. Primary Care Urgent Care, 107A Nashville Drive, Nashville. We do sports physicals. Rocky Mount Radiator, 550 South Wesleyan Boulevard. Your cooling systems specialist.
know what's crazy?
Yes, that mac and cheese pairs well with pudding.
That that's like his third role.
Oh, yeah.
That you can start with dessert.
Or how about soup?
That Tony is getting a salad.
And Lou should not do stand-up.
Ah, come on. Come on. Before I switched to Brightspeed fiber internet, things like slow speeds and random dead spots really brought out the troll in me. I mean, I spent hours causing trouble. But then I switched to Brightspeed's fast, reliable fiber internet, and the rest is sunshine and unicorns. Looks amazing, Barbara.
Ultra-fast, bright-speed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side.
Joel Thomas here at Don Bullock Chevrolet. It's 2025, and let's drive with confidence because you get the Don Bullock advantage with every purchase. That's a lifetime powertrain warranty. That's 2 years of maintenance, state inspections, and so much more. We have rates as low as 1.9%, so we can fit anybody's payment and price. And remember, at Don Bullock Chevrolet, my team does it the better way. Let's do business.
As we move to the bottom of the fifth inning, Chamblis and Rabbil will send up Logan McClure, followed by Dunn Menard and Boyd Edwards. First three batters in the inning. The first pitch is a ground ball to third. Nice pickup by the third baseman. Throw to first. One pitch, one out on a 5-3 putout. Brings up Dunn Menard. He's had 2 walks and a hit in the game. Graham Bellamy still on the mound for Tharrington. Pitch is popped up to the shortstop. Backs up and pedals back to the outfield grass. Makes the grab. 2 pitches, 2 outs on the pop up to shortstop. Number 3, Boyd Edwards will step to the plate. Pitch is outside for ball 1. Pitch is high for ball 2. And the pitch, strike 1. 2-1 count. Ball's high for ball 3, 3-1 count. Pitch on the way. Ball 4. So Boyd heads on down to first base with a 2-out walk and brings up number 1, Matias Ortiz. He loves that first pitch, so if it's in the strike zone, he's going to swing at it. But it's outside for ball 1. Going to have a steal at second, a throw down to second. It's going to, he was going to be out, but he slid around the tag. So we've got a stolen base. Boyd Edwards at second. The ball was there in time, but he slid around, and the tag wasn't placed on the body, so a steal of second. Pitch is high, and another attempted fake steal here to third. 2-0 count to Matias. Pitch is low. 3-0 the count. And here is a steal to third. So Boyd steals second and third after his walk. 3-0 count, I believe, to Matias. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Puts runners at first and third and brings up the pitcher, Matias immediately steals second. Brings up the pitcher, Tucker Evans, who's got 2 hits in the game. So he's got 2 big runners, 2 ducks on the pond out there at second and third. Tucker's got a chance to put this game away if he can get a base hit right here. First pitch is down in the dirt for ball 1. And here's another steal. Steal of home. Delayed steal of home. Puts the 12th run on the board for the Chamblis and Rabbil team. Tucker Evans at the plate. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher, so Matias heads home on the wild pitch. 2 big runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning for Chamblis and Rabbil. Increases their lead to 13-8. Tharrington Auto will have a lot of work to do when they bat in the top of the 6th inning. Pitches a ground ball to second base. Rolls up his sleeve, but he's able to make the play. A 4-3 putout ends the inning, but not before Chamblis and Rabbil puts 2 more runs on the board, takes a 13-8 lead, and will move to the final inning, the 6th inning coming up.
This week's Brightspeed Little League Game of the Week. Brought to you on WHIG TV by Brightspeed. Don't settle for slow and unreliable. Switch to Brightspeed. www.brightspeed.com/lovefiber. Don Bullock Chevrolet, 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Doing it the better way. Golden Corral, 921 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Come and dine in our newly remodeled restaurant. Primary Care Urgent Care, 107A Nashville Drive, Nashville. We do sports physicals. Rocky Mount Radiator, 550 South Wesleyan Boulevard. Your cooling systems specialist.
You know what's crazy?
Is that you can get a buffet to go?
That Tony is getting a salad.
And Lou should not do stand-up.
But that's like his 3rd roll.
I'm on a roll.
That you can start with dessert.
Or how about soup?
Wait and pay, baby.
Hi, I'm Kelvin Bratcher, proud new owner of Nissan of Rocky Mount. And we're excited to be here for the first time ever in North Carolina. We're located at 851 North Wesleyan, just off Highway 64. As a member of this team, you can count on certain things from us. Transparency, honesty, and certainly trustworthiness. At Nissan of Rocky Mount, we make things easy. We're here every step of the way throughout your car buying experience. Our sales consultants are always going to treat you with patience and respect. When it comes to buying a car, trust is everything. We want to make sure that you're getting a fair deal from people that really care about you. Come visit us at nissanofrockymount.com.
Ah, come on. Come on. Before I switched to Brightspeed fiber internet, things like slow speeds and random dead spots really brought out the troll in me. I mean, I spent hours causing trouble. But then I switched to Brightspeed's fast, reliable fiber internet, and the rest is sunshine and unicorns. Looks amazing, Barbara.
Ultra-fast, Brightspeed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side.
All right, we're here for the top of the 6th inning, and this is the final inning. If Tharrington Auto doesn't put 5 runs on board here in this inning to tie it or take the lead, this will be it. 3 outs and the game will be over. Tucker Evans on the mound for Chamblis and Rabbil, and Graham Bellamy, number 5, at the plate for Tharrington Auto Works. Here's a ground ball to short, picked up by the third baseman. The throw to first, a nice play. Nice play here by the third baseman on a 5-3 putout. Tough play, cutting off the shortstop on the ball. That's Boyd Edwards that made that nice play here at third. One out in the inning brings up number 11, Bryson Browder. Tucker Evans in relief here on the mound, doing a good job. Tucker held Tharrington to no runs in the 5th inning. He's going to try to do it again here in the 6th inning and close this game out. Bryson Browder hoping to get on. Ball 2 to him at the plate. Pitch on the way. Fouled off coming down the line here. Cut off by the coach, Jack Lee, with good hands there to cut it off. 2-1 count, I believe, to Bryson Browder. Top of the 6th inning. Pitch is driven in the shortstop hole for a base hit. Bryson Browder with a hit to keep hopes alive for Tharrington, as that'll bring up Brian Parker. One out. But we might have a pitching exchange here again on pitch count. We have Coach Menard going to the mound. He congratulates Tucker for a fine job, and he's going to bring in the little guy, number 1, Matias Ortiz, to try to close out this game. I've not seen him pitch this year, so we'll see what he looks like. He's got nice form there. Definitely has shown good skills at the plate, and with that windup that he's got, he looks like he's got pitching experience as well. There's one out in the inning. Tharrington needs 5 runs to tie, or 6 to take the lead here in the 6th inning. This is our Little League 6th inning, which is as many innings that Little League plays unless there's a tie and they go to extra innings. So Matias has a chance to close this game out right here if he can hold Tharrington to less than 5 runs. There's one out in the inning. Runner on first. Brian Parker will step to the plate after the warm-up pitches. So here we go. Everybody's ready. Matias takes the sign and the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Matias gets the sign, ready. In the windup, the pitch fouled off to the backstop. Strike 2. 2 quick strikes on him. Very nice form on the mound for Matias Ortiz. Two-strike pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Tharrington's down to their last out, trailing 13-8, and Joseph Height, number 10, is the final hope here for Tharrington. Pitches a ball outside. Pitch on the way. Ball inside, 2-0. And the pitch. Down low and outside. Ball 3, 3-0. Last out's always the hardest one to get. Joseph Height at the plate. The pitch. Ball 4. Two runners on base now. And number 9, Kobe Stossmeister at the plate. Ground ball to third base, a great snag pickup by Boyd Edwards. Steps on the bag. What a nice pickup there to end the game. Steps on the bag for the third out of the inning and end the game. That'll do it for the game between Chamblis and Rabbil and Tharrington Auto Works. Ends in a final score of 13-8. A great game tonight here at the Sports Complex. Thank you to our title sponsor, Brightspeed, for our Little League Game of the Week, and to our game sponsors, Don Bullock Chevrolet, Golden Corral, Primary Urgent Care of Nashville, Rocky Mount Radiator, Nissan of Rocky Mount, and Pizza Inn. From the field, for Robbie on camera tonight and myself, Richard Sarmiento, we bid everybody a good night.
This week's Brightspeed Little League Game of the Week, brought to you on WHIG TV by Brightspeed. Don't settle for slow and unreliable. Switch to Brightspeed. www.brightspeed.com/lovefiber. Don Bullock Chevrolet, 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Doing it the better way. Golden Corral, 921 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Come and dine in our newly remodeled restaurant. Primary Care Urgent Care, 107A Nashville Drive, Nashville. We do sports physicals. Rocky Mount Radiator, 550 South Wesleyan Boulevard. Your cooling systems specialist.